So here's something to help you out if you're not sure what you want to do in the training, and it's just not really a guide, maybe a guide. I don't know. It's anyway. I'll just go through it. So I have enchanting and herbalism, which herbalism really don't help out enchanting, which so you could go into something else, another crafting profession possibly, if you have another, depending on how many characters you have and whatnot. But I have two characters. I have a jewel crafter and mining, and then I have herbalism and just enchanting, just so to help out the guild and with alchemy and things. But so what I did in enchanting is I went into everlasting enchantments, which is the safest route, really. I mean, you could go into anything, make a little bit of gold. I went to Arathi enchantments. So right now I'm making. I learned the Defender's March and I bought the Cavalry's March, hoping that somebody would buy it. I don't know if nobody's bought it yet. I think it's a little overpriced right now, but yeah. And I have one of the Radiant Masteries, which helps with is an Arathi enchantment. The Glimmering and the Radiance are Arathi enchantments, so I'll be good at making those. I can make some of the bracers enchantments and cloak enchantments at level 3 right now. I don't know how needed they are, but the most one is Defender's March. That's the big one that I've learned. And then I plan on going into the Fiery Resolve enchantment so I can make that. But you can go in the Rubian. Rubian's good. You get you get the Chant Armor and Speed and the Cursed Enchant, Ring Enchants, which people might like more. I'm sure there's classes that probably would like that more. So the Radiance. And then you got over here the Weapon Enchants, a bunch of Weapon Enchants, and probably the main stat, probably the big Chest Enchant. And you could also, let's see, go into Mana Oils is a good one. Because everybody uses this Mana Oil. Pretty sure I looked up. Um, there's these. I'm not sure, but I don't typically like going into weapons anymore because it's just weapons or gear because it all has to do with crafting orders and yeah, it's a little. It's not going to be as good as it was last expansion, I think. But you could all, and then you could also go into designated and disenchanter. If you start out with designated enchanter, definitely probably would want to go into the uncommons if you already done that. But I think this is probably after I finish probably the Arathis, I'll probably go into epic enchants. That's what I'm thinking. But obviously the rare equipment isn't a good option. But uncommon right now is the uncommons are so uncommon that the prices are pretty high. And then you have supplementary shattering. Obviously, the multi-craft is good for uh, some of the crafts. Resourcefulness may be better than multi-craft depending on what all you've gone into. Like if you go into enchants, you really want just resourcefulness, but if you go into like mana oils, you want multi-craft, I'd say. And then ingenuity is just probably just like a later option. But yeah, I've sold one Defender's March already, and that was like just under 12,000. I think it was 12,000. Unfortunately, the tender boxes have gone up about 2,000, so I ain't buying them right now, that's for sure. But yeah, that's about everything. I just wanted to help people out a little bit, and if they're, you know, somebody that doesn't have a lot of time maybe and hasn't gotten as far as I have, or just something to give a little information on, help people out.